Hey, welcome to the start of a new anime review series. I decided to change my mind with In Love with Villainous to where I'm going to put it off until after finish reading the light novels for that one. All five of them. There's like five of them. I've only read the first two, so I'm going to wait for that one. I got plenty of time. There's no season 2 yet, so I got time. So, here we're discussing a very recent anime that just started just last month. It is currently 7 episodes but I'm only going to go through this bench watching the first 5 because that's basically dubbed. Yes, it has a dub. I figured though, watch it. So, the name of this series, bit lengthy of a title. Here's basically it's called. I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. Now, yes, there is a light novel series. This one. It was impossible to find it, so I just read the manga. The manga I officially have read prior to watching the very first episode, the first 86 chapters. Yes. It took a while, but I got all that done. So, in this particular series, the whole premise is that this is quite interesting, where it's a fantasy setting, but it feels a bit futuristic. Because apparently, the big thing with this series is you have adventures live streaming. Yes, this is a thing in this world. And this is the second series I have come across where the guild does not have wooden boards with paper, physical paper. It's all done, looks like Magic Electronics. Yeah, I say the second one because this also has happened with I may be careful to have boss so any boss to clock on time. There is still paper here, but it's also via electronically. But it's basically via magic. You can think of this world as semi-futuristic mixed with a lot. It's most fantasy with some futuristic technology. Heck, they even have like what looks like a fantasy version of an iPad. Yes, seriously, a fantasy version of an iPad. And they also mentioned in the second episode, there's like survey guides, you can edit videos, like it's YouTube. That's kind of what this thing is. I'm like, okay, interesting. So, basically they have these adventures start in the first episode. Don't know who these people are. They seal somebody like, oh, you need some Demon King, somebody in the future. And then we cut to a party known as Thunder Pike. And its members are Simon, yes, which is also the leader of the party. Yes, that is seriously the guy's name. Simon. He's voiced by Stephen Malring. That's who voiced him in the dub. Yeah, when I first heard his voice, I thought I was hearing Clifford Champion when I heard this voice. Yes. The other members are Jamie, voiced by Castell Perez. And she is basically a mage. There is Barry, this big bulky guy carries a frickin' axe. His voice voiced by Marcus D. Samick. And Camilla, who is an elf, voiced by Taylor Murphy. The other member of the group is Yuke, voiced by Drew Breedlove. Yep, that is seriously the guy's name. Basically, his title is that he's a red mage / alchemist. So, he's the one in charge of streaming the team. Of course, they go on adventures. And then, when after they celebrate this recent win, he decides to quit the party. Due to very poor pay and the fact they treat him horribly. Oh, by the way, the studio who makes this is Bandai Namco Pictures. Which, this is the second show I have ever watched. Actually, not the second one. This is actually the third show. Yes, believe it or not, this is the third show I have seen they worked on. You're thinking, really? What were the first two? Gintama and Welcome Demon School Irmakun. Yeah, in case you're curious though, Gintama is a fantastic show. Yeah, it's basically a comedy parody, but the show is awesome. Yes. I love the show. It was pure awesome at its finest. It never had a bad episode. It's a shame the show ended on a cliffhanger. They didn't even bother to finish up in the manga. And welcome to Imrica, which they did greenlight this one recently. Like, I was really hoping for season 4, and then... Yeah, then announced, oh yeah, season 4. Last episode aired, I kid you not, 2 years ago, and now we're getting season 4. When? Don't know yet. I'm looking forward to season 4 whenever it comes out. But yeah, this is the newest anime they produced. Actually, it was the first anime to put out this year, which is interesting to say the least. So, he quits the party. By the way, the music is by Go Sabi, who, I like the music for the show. It's really good. So, this is the guy behind the music for some shows you may have heard, some people may have heard of. Shows like, apparently he was the composer for Digimon Adventure Tri, which is in the original cast. He also did Re Monster. Yep. And now he does this show. Yeah. This is something interesting. He actually did the music for King Onger, a show I recently watched. Yes, seriously. And he's also done 3 comedy series, one of whom I'll be watching in the future. Oh yeah, definitely. He's also music for some movies. Yeah. So then he quits his party, and then he mentions on the next day, he wants to basically on a quest, and then now this is something interesting though. We have a woman named Maria shows up, a woman with a defended big chest, and voiced by Lindsay Seidel, which anybody's heard her voice, it's like, it's obviously her. And it's like, every time I listen to her voice, I get a good chuckle, because I can tell that she really enjoys voicing these characters. She's always like happy-go-lucky, and this character fits it. She's basically a swordswoman who apparently was Yuki's former student. Now, in the manga version of this, he didn't recognize her because her hair was different. And of course, the outfit, they were also into Silk, who is a dark elf. And Silk is voiced by Marissa Duran. And there's also Rain, who's voiced by Brian Appel. Now, those of you may be familiar with her, she is the voice of Historia Ross from Attack on Titan, Melody from Fairy Tail. She's also Kobani Itsugama from Chainsaw Man. Let's see. She also was the replacement dub actress for Anko from High School DxD. Not really sure why. But actually, she was there as Kelly Angel. Yes. She was Julie from Apsu Duo. Who's Julie, you might ask? Julie is the girl on the cover of the, when you look at the anime. Yeah, she's the cover girl. She was also in Seraph of the End as Mara Katsumi. Soren as Togami Hezudora. Yeah, I've seen a live anime with her in it so far. Let's see. She's Ibra Soski from My Hero Academia. She's also in Ahmad Strand from In Another World. My smart. Oh, yes, she is. So she is the voice of Vine. Yes, the girl basically, her hair is like vines. That's basically where her character is in that one. She's Marvel from Love Tyrant. One Piece, she's Shirahoshi. Character named Iris from Restaurant in the World. She's Mimosa Vermilion from Black Clover. Oh, I'm looking for the anime that comes back. Koka Amari and the Bola Baby from Dragon Ball Super. Yasuba Nako from Quintuplets. Miko from Fire Force. Nagasaki Kawaga. She was second season show for Kaguya 7 Levels War. She is the voice of Norn and Zenith Garrett from Machuka Tensei Jobless Incarnation. Carissa Tellis Grace from Combatants Will Be Dispatched. She is Fiona Faust and Anna Forger. She replaced Lindsay Seidel briefly as Fiona Faust and temporarily placed Megan Shipman as Anna Forger. Yeah, so she's worked on Lindsay Seidel before, which is awesome. She replaced Megan Shipman for Girlfriend. I think I heard the reason why for this, because why basically she and another actors got replaced, because the actors were out of the country for convention, so they couldn't exactly record these episodes. That's the reason why they had to fill in for them. She was just recently in Failure Frame as Peggy Morrow. So yeah, good number of series. And make a list of her. So she's a blue hair girl with like braids, which is really cool. I love this character. I love all three of these characters. By the way, if you in episode 2, that Silk is 17. Rain is 20. Now that's kind of weird though, because the way she looks, because elves tend to be older than they look. Take for example Maria from Walk Up to Japan myself. She's 102. Yes, 102 years old, but looks drop dead gorgeous. Because that's elves. They age very slowly. But apparently Silk is 17, which I'm like, I guess in terms of an elf, that's like a little kid. But apparently she's able to leave home no problem. So they accompany them on their quest to a dungeon. Of course, she can join and see no problem. This is like they're all D-rank adventurers. He's a B-rank one. Yes, we have these. So they go down to this dungeon, the novice dungeon. So they go down there to mine ore at this painted mine as they go to. So they basically first Marina takes out like a rod to supposedly tech spells, but of course because they're underground, Yuka's like, allow me. So he pulls out a lantern, which is a detection lantern. Yeah, apparently a lot of the stuff he carries around, apparently found in a ruin in the royal capital. As a matter of fact, it's explained in episode 2 that the outfit he wears, he also found that in the ruin too, along with with a soup pot that can make food. He found that there too, which apparently was broken, and he fixed the damn thing. So they managed to get past the first floor, no problem. Then, of course, about some zombies. They rest for a bit to check everybody up, and I think it was they're taking first they're talking like Bangles, these monkeys, and then zombies. With Bangles, of course, basically Maria gets a little amount of damage, so basically she gets automatic refresh thanks to Yuko, and of course Rain gets it too. And of course, there's also a protection spell. So of course, about zombies, and they also there's a little holy water, which he's able to make more because normally priests make these things, but because he actually can do homemade version, which still works apparently. So even though that stuff is expensive, he's gonna make it. He's gonna be a homemade thanks to using ashes of defeated monsters that he basically defeated, which is really cool. So then of course, then they battle a lizard monster, which they mine it for good amount of stuff. And then they think, okay, so we need to get something really big, so let's battle the floor boss. And this is where, we actually can live stream this. So Yuka proceeds to defeat it with a bunch of weak spells really instantly in a span of about 2 minutes. And it gets streamed, becomes super popular. By the point of the next quest, they have 10,000 views. Like, damn, that's more than how much I get in my videos. Like, I've had a few videos have over 1,000, but 10,000? Yeah, that's a lot. It's almost like basically uploading stuff to YouTube. So then, of course, they get much money for the ore, but they give a good amount of money for, the crab. And of course, basically, they start up an allowance. Basically, they're set up saving money to buy a base, which they do that in the manga. Yes, they do buy a base, which happens a little later. So, by the way, they named the group Clover, because, and apparently, like, they're all leaves, and apparently him being there is the lucky part, and of course, all the girls basically like him. Of course they do. So, meanwhile, though, his old group Thunderpike hired a brand new member who, at one point, Jamie, the witch of the group, she gets bitten by a crocodile, and she needs healing potion. Like, Camille, apparently he's got no magic. Interesting. I'm like, did she run out of mana that quickly? And so, lucky enough, the newbie happened to have a healing potion, which is bought with his own money, and temporary heals him. He shouldn't have died, and apparently, get this, he's being treated the same way that Yuki was treated. Apparently, they didn't bring with them beast repellent, because normally they'd be able to get these dungeons no problem, and they're having a tough time, and they lost. So, he quits. Good for him, because apparently his other fight gets a terrible group anyways. I will not get to their fates, because I read what happens to them. I'm not going to reveal what it is until the anime gets to it, so I'm keeping that a secret. So, and of course they celebrate, and of course they have another quest. And we see also how the quests work here. So, they pick a quest to these stones, like possible magical beasts, and then the guild receptionist, which, by the way, the guild receptionist, they don't name her in the episodes. Her name is Monami. She's this elf, very beautiful woman. So, they basically just have it where they touch the screen and they pull it down. Look, oh look, here's the quest. Like, basically normal. And they accept it, no problem. And of course, he does explain it, and of course, then they go on the quest, which of course, he stands in front. Well, he stands behind because beasts are more inclined to attack from the rear end, for attacking the rear of the group than the front. Which, smart idea. This is where they explain the whole outfit gets from. And then, of course, they get to the waterfall, and then they count a Zeuxis, which the monster apparently known for hiding out in wastelands. Why into this forest? Don't know. They live stream it, and they basically are having a tough time. And first tells his party to leave in order to protect themselves, which good of him basically for caring about his team. So they don't. They stay behind, and of course, basically, lucky enough, Silk basically is one with nature because she's an elf. Of course, she knows forest magic and proceeds to bind them. Of course, it ends on a cliffhanger, but damn, I'm loving this so far. I've heard this word as a trash anime, but still, I don't think it is. I think it's really fun. It's different from other fantasy anime. I gotta admit, it spices the normal formula. I mean, the one thing that I always like about these fantasy anime, I like the isekai aspect. I like all the fact with the hero stuff. I like all that stuff. Not the first time I come across a series where you have a character just leaving a party. This actually is the third series I've come across where you have the main character leaving his party. And here's the thing. In two of them, the lead... Actually, this has happened like 4 times now. Oh my gosh. This happened with Banish the Hero Party, Beast Tamer, the hero was Banish's party is in fact the strongest, and now this one. 4 anime where the main character leaves a different party to do something else. In the case of the first one, he decides to go to town and marries a hot princess. Beast Tamer, after he leaves his party, gets contract with a bunch of beast girls, who all fall madly in love with him. In the case of the Hero's Banish's party, he gets one girl in love with him, apparently someone he knew. And now this one. 4 anime, and this is all the second one I've seen where he knew the people who he worked with before he actually became the part of the party with him, which really cool. Not many anime, but I'm sick of this. There's only about 3 more to go, and then I'll be caught up. Yep, just 3 more. Let's see. Now, the first episode for this was released January 25th, so... Oh, by the way, the anime was confirmed to be 24 episodes. I'm like, damn. And apparently this airs on Saturdays. If I catch up with this, Saturday's got 2 anime. I'm like, okay. I like that. I like that indeed. I really like that. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly in particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do the like button. Well, I'll see you all tomorrow for more of this ReZero and maybe Comic Corner 2. Okay, next video.